Hi, it's Stuffed Cabbage Adventures, and today we are in the wonderful Badacsony region, right next to Lake Balaton, which is also one of the most popular domestic travel destinations for us Hungarians. Now, there are many regions and areas around the lake, but this here, the Badacsony region, is actually one of my favorite ones. And we are spending 3 days here, so come and join us on these adventures. Like on today, our first day, we will go up that wonderful mountain, that's the Badacsony mountain, and as you can see, there's a ton of vineyards here. So let's go and have some nice drinks and some good food as well. Let's go! We'll be exploring an area next to Balaton, the largest lake in Hungary. It's called the Badacsony Region. On day 1, the plan is to first grab some snacks at a local bakery, head up the mountain and check out the many lookout spots. Then make our way down and stop to refresh with some local wine. And after that, we'll head back to the apartment, freshen up a bit at the lake and close the day with some nice food in the town. Before heading up the mountain, obviously we thought while we get to the top, we're gonna use a lot of energy. So we're gonna need to eat something when we're up there. So we actually made a brief stop at Itenary. We got some croissants and other nice stuff. Looking forward how they will be. We have basically just started out. You can already see probably that I'm sweating already. It's a hot summer day, but it is a hike. If you don't want to take the hike up, you can actually get some taxis, which are jeeps and, you know, better cars for this kind of trip, if you want to do that. But we are strong. Here's the real pro gamer move. Hydrate. It's not just about hiking, it's whatever you do, just hydrate. That's the best advice you will ever get. So what's very unique about this region is that you'll see there's a ton of mountains all over the place. And the reason for that is there's been, probably millions of years ago, a lot of volcanic activity here. And that, plus the fact that Balaton used to be much larger than it is, combined together, makes this area very good for white wine. So this is the rose stone, or rózsakő. Now legend has it, if you are a woman and sit down here along with your boyfriend, you hold each other's hands and think about each other, then that year you will be together forever, or something like that. This place has the ironic name of Stairs of Death. Well, let's see about that. Whew. Oh my god, there's still so much. I really like this view. Do you also like this view? If you do, then maybe like the video as well. Thank you very much. I think I saw a ghost. Our first true destination here at the top of the mountain is actually a lookout spot. There's a tower where we can get some view of our surroundings, and there we're gonna eat. See? There are so many mountains, just as I told you, because of that volcanic activity, and even their shapes look like volcanoes. So that was the beautiful view at the tower. We actually saw some of the mountains that we're going to visit in the following days. So if you are interested in how those journeys will be, then definitely go and check out our subscribe button and maybe click on it so you don't miss on the next action that we will have. It's very nice, very good croissant. Oh, there's actually some sauce in here. I don't know if you can see that, but there is something in here. That's a nice flavor. And now that we are full of energy, let's check out some of the other lookout spots where we can get some great view of the lake itself. When you look at the lake, you'll see that it has a very unique color, very beautiful, bright, greenish-blueish color. And the reason for that is there's a very special type of algae living in this lake. But you should not be worrying because that's actually quite normal and quite beautiful as well. That's the same mountain we saw, but now you can see the castle. That's actually another place we will visit tomorrow. A castle, a ruin of a castle. How cool is that? And I do have to say, I think this is a better lookout spot for that particular mountain than the lookout tower was. Because here you can see that small town there with the church. Now that we have explored most of the lookout spots, and actually had some really gorgeous view of the lake and the surrounding area, it's time to get down and get some wine as well. And the way down actually leads through another stairs. This one is not called the death stairs. This one is called stair of hiders, bujdosok lépcsője. So it's a stairs for those who want to hide. Just think about those poor fools who take this way up towards the top. That's the hard mode. Oh. So we made it to the bottom of these stairs, and people, this is a lie. This is like a marketing scheme or something, because the death stairs, that's easy. That's GG, people. That's nothing. This here, oh, this is the stair where you can go and hide. Come here. And then die, probably. This is the death stair, especially if you want to do this from the bottom. The well-deserved wine. Cheers. So if you come to the area, most of the grapes you will find are Rieslings, but there are some very local special grapes. One is the Szürke-barát, it's like grey friend, if you want to translate that into English. And you also have something called kéknyelű, like blue-tongued. That's more rare, it has a more complex flavor, but I have no idea what I'm talking about. I'm just a wine enthusiast. Oh, by the way, one thing that you should try to eat is bread with fat. Because that's amazing, because fat makes everything taste much better. This is a crunchy donut shaped like a rose. Pretty nice, especially if you have this with it. Now that was a nice hike. I think it lasted about four hours, something like that, to get back to the same spot where we are at the moment. So far from all the wine tasting, I think maybe the Szürke-barát is probably becoming my favorite from this region. But what is your opinion? Have you tried Hungarian wines before? Leave a comment below and tell us what your favorite wine is. When I was a child, most of the time we came to Lake Balaton, but we mostly came to Siófok, which is another place here at the lake. There's just so many places you can visit here, like, yeah, Siófok, Keszthely, Tihany, Badacsony. I mean, it's a no-brainer to come here during summer, no? And now, after this refreshing visit to the lake itself, let's go and grab something to eat. Find one of the best restaurants that we can get here. One thing I have noticed while walking around here is that some people do this kind of thing that we call in Hungary becsületkassa. It's like an honorary system. You place your product outside of your house, and basically if you go there and you take something away, you leave the money for it. People have still faith in humanity, basically. Now that's actually a custom that's very popular in another town in Hungary called Kőszeg. Now that was an amazing first day. I really can't wait to see what we're gonna do tomorrow. So make sure you guys check out those videos once they become available. But if I have to summarize about just today, which was really amazing, the hike we took, even though we got tired, the view was magnificent. It was amazing. And also the food that we had here in the evening, brilliant, just brilliant. But you know what? The white wine. I'm a red wine person, but the white wine here is just amazing. You should come here and try it. And I do hope that tomorrow we're gonna get some more as well. So as always, hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye! You know what? I don't think we are in Badacsony. I think we are in Gudacsony.